All right, so we're back with another video for you guys, another reaction video. And today we're going to be talking about Fresh and Fit. So it looks like Fresh and Fit got shut down by YouTube, or they didn't get shut down, but they got demonetized by YouTube, according to them, according to their live stream. Now, it's been a while since I dropped a video on Fresh and Fit. It's probably got to be at least a year ago, something like that. I know they striked, or I guess they attempted to strike a few of my videos, and then I learned around that time period they actually striked a number of other channels, and luckily YouTube, you know, I guess YouTube treated that sort of like a warning to them, because they had like a whole legal team. I don't know exactly what they were doing. They had their paralegal like handling the situation. It was like pretty awful on their part, but I learned it wasn't just my channel. It was like a number of channels, actually bigger channels, including Spencer Cornelia, the lead attorney, Abba and Preach, even Playback. I know Playback just dropped a video, so we'll actually like react to that video right now.
Out of here, my boys. It is also a warning to other channels out there as well.
Now they're mad that there's consequences to actions, bro.
And it's crazy that they're just plotting on desperate men, bro.
Stop, Walter, shut the up. You don't live the life. Nigga, everybody keeps exposing you, nigga. You do not live the life, nigga.
Now I actually remember which video it was that they striked. Now that Playback mentioned it. It was the one that Walter did where he said something about like a basketball player. It was like, yeah, some kind of athlete. Him and this athlete like DM'd the same girls, and his story didn't add up at all. So I took like a clip from his channel and I was doing a reaction video on it, which I don't really do anymore. So I guess he didn't really understand what fair use was, or maybe his attorney didn't understand it. But luckily, it was a number of channels involved where they did the same exact thing too, and the whole thing basically fell apart.
Yo, man, if y'all ain't got the news, man, Fresh and Fit seem like they're over with. YouTube finally stepped in, demonetized the entire channel, so that means that they cannot make any more money on their videos or even receive stream donations. Can't even receive stream donations either, man. So they're now taking their show. Seems like they're gonna take it on Rumble full time. And looks like it is over for Fresh and Fit. Oh man, what a journey this was, man. And
So why you saying
no,
that?
I'm just saying it was such a hard fought battle. They really was trying to save us. And who's gonna look after men on YouTube now that they're not here, man? Oh man, y'all niggas are sick, bro.
You know, this could be a fucking...
Bro, they didn't really look out for anybody. They were just looking out for their pocket. But I get it, they're laughing. It is definitely funny as hell. Those fresh and fit dudes, and those dudes are clowns. I don't really know how in the world men continue to support them. I don't even understand how they were paying them thousands of dollars for consultation fees. It didn't make any sense to me, because even their stories didn't make sense, especially Fresh. Because now I'm starting to remember the videos. And he would come out with these like lame ass prank videos. It was so obvious. It was horrible. But it's got to be like this brainwashed population of men watching them, getting fooled by them. It's crazy.
Huge surplus of betas.
Yeah,
just them on YouTube, nigga. Like,
I don't know what they're gonna do, bro.
Oh man. Okay, look. First of all, I think they also had a Patreon, so it's probably not the end of the world for them, but it is the end of the world at the same time, because they're probably losing a majority of the revenue.
They're definitely losing the majority.
Yeah, losing a majority of your revenue is not a big deal if you work by yourself, but when you got a whole team of people and that team is relying on...
Well, yeah, they do have the Patreon, and they have several other like paid business models where you pay for a monthly membership for the content. But if I remember correctly, I think they were making like roughly like $3,000-$4,000 per day. $3,000-$4,000 per day in these like the live chats. That's how they kind of like their business model on YouTube is doing this live streams. But boy, the backlash is crazy. Like, so many people, this is the comment section on Playback, and everybody is going off on Fresh and Fit, because they said some like, it wasn't just like one or two or three different incidents of things they would say. They said some crazy stuff. I think the more recent stuff, actually, I don't even think it's just the more recent stuff. I mean, they talked about Jewish people. They the monkey thing was was pretty wild. The things they said about black women was pretty wild. It's many things.
Income as so they could fucking survive. If you got producers and you got people who get guests and shit like that, all those people need to get paid. And so when they stop getting paid, you start losing those people, and now things begin to get harder, things begin to get slower, and you have to start doing a little bit more of that work yourself, which shouldn't be a problem because they're trying to guide these young men, so it should be worth it.
It should be a passion project.
It's
all worth it at the end of it, man.
Yeah, it has to be because they're really passionate about it.
Very passionate about it.
But what ways would you say they guided men the best?
One, away from these whores. These 304s, baby mama drama, the Shaniquas, they definitely.
And just because your reality is ours doesn't mean that we're wrong. Like, we live this lifestyle. This is who we are.
Are you dumb, nigga? Stop, Walter. Shut the up. You don't live the life. Nigga, everybody keeps exposing you, nigga. You do not live the life, nigga.
That's all we was trying to say this whole time.
You don't live this life, nigga. Shut up, bro. God damn, bro. You sound awkward as you say that. What the fuck? We lived in life. Shut the up, bro.
You know what? He's actually true. Just because your reality is not someone else's reality doesn't mean it's not true, but they don't understand how that also applies to them.
Yeah, because it's also just their reality, not the actual truth. Because an NBA player didn't give you pussy, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. What is? I don't dabble in them.
Yeah, that was the video. Now like I said earlier, I remember now. That was the video that I did, because that was that one video. I mean, there was a couple others too, but that was definitely one of the main ones where his story definitely didn't make any damn sense at all. Talking about him and basketball players, and then they got to share women. Like, he asked them how many women you want. He said 2 or 3. It was like some goofy story that he really tried to convince people. And like I said, it's got to be like this population of young men that are so brainwashed. They must live in like a tunnel or something like that. And they truly believe these clowns and everything they say. They just have a bunch of OnlyFans girls on there like pretty much every evening. Girls that are not designed, or I wouldn't say designed, but they're not meant to be for relationships. Most of them are like streets. They're for the streets. They're OnlyFans girls. Why would we listen or pay attention to an OnlyFans girl like that? Come on, man. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Around those black women, they definitely guided them away from that. In the episode, one of your Hard On Thoughts episodes, they had, when they got all the women around them, they decided to kick out Asian Doll because she was talking. That's what I said. I don't know who Asian Doll is.
She's black?
She is black, and that's why the blogs try to cancel her.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like, me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that. We ain't Night Riders.
Secondly, they guided them towards, dodging accountability. They dodge accountability. peak level dodging and stuff like that. Fresh and Fit trying to get us out of here, my boys. This is also a warning to other channels out there as well. If y'all run into any complications, please be on the lookout, because it seems like they are trying to silence a lot of people and make sure all your channels, your videos are removed about them. But it is true. The 3 iconic videos that we had on the channel about Fresh and Fit exposing them, one almost hit 1 million.
Word. And as soon as you get caught in the lies, y'all then try to silence people all around, because y'all know for a fact moving forward, because people can't actually express themselves through the dislike button, on YouTube y'all can just get away with lying and scamming the people whenever y'all want to.
And one of my videos, actually, it didn't hit 1 million, but it hit like almost 100,000 views. It was the one on, discovering that his name is not actually Myron Gaines or whatever the hell his name is. It's like something totally different. I think he has like a Sudanese background. So I think that video, must have hit a nerve or something. So that one, and there was actually a couple more that we did on Fresh and the girl that he was dating. I don't know if he was dating her or it was like a paid relationship. Yeah, it was like a whole bunch of different things. Even there was like models that had to come out and expose them. There was actually that one girl that was, I think, like a fitness woman or something like that. She had come out and exposed Myron because I guess he said that if she wanted to be on the show that she must like sleep with him. It's so many things, man. It's so many incidents. It was like so many videos that we did. But I guess their way of silencing people at the time was if you used their clips, they were like hitting you with like copyright strikes. They were basically abusing the system. And I think that kind of was like in of itself like a warning from YouTube, because I thought it was like mostly like small channels, but then I learned it was like a lot, the situation was a lot bigger than that. They were targeting a bunch of bigger channels as well, like channels with millions and millions of subscribers.
Deflection 101, man. And then we can't forget about like the good credit videos. How to build credit.
In all reality, I never, like, I'm sure like them telling people about how to build credit, so that's useful information.
Oh, for sure.
As long as it's accurate, it's useful information. Like, that's stuff everybody should know.
And that's stuff that they were saving the men.
I'm being dead
ass
though, bro.
Yeah, I'm being dead ass
Okay.
too. Who's gonna tell men how to build their credit now that they're not here, bro? Where are these women going to be able to? Oh yeah, so people don't know as well. They're getting kicked out of their apartment. No, their apartment. The apartment he shoots.
They get evicted.
Guy was like, "No, we're not renewing the lease."
Oh, and that was another video that I talked about, because I was like, how are they living in an apartment building doing this? Like most apartment buildings, like most leases, they strictly state that you cannot use the apartment for like business purposes, especially to run it like a business or for a business 100%. I mean, I don't know what percentage of it was business and what percentage of it was like personal, but it seemed like it was pretty business almost all the time. They had the entire living room converted into a studio, so that never made sense. So I'm starting to remember now all the videos, because I was like, it's got to be the brainwashed population that are going to continue to watch and support this.
Bro, it's done, bro. It's done. Yeah. What are your actual thoughts on this, bro? And also, for those who don't know, apparently they didn't get any like formal information on why this happened. It just happened, and now they're trying to figure out what it is. But I think they feel more confident. They probably don't receive an answer. More or less, that's what a YouTube thing is. They're not very clear on the answers, and so that's why they feel like it's necessary to go into Rumble.
I think.
What's your thoughts, man?
I think we shouldn't be too quick to celebrate. I think you really shouldn't even celebrate nobody downfall.
For sure.
Yeah, except the Lex learn them. But at the same time, it's YouTube's partner program. Mm-hmm. People like them actually make the whole partner program harder to sell, because YouTube doesn't want their ads, no advertiser wants their ads surfacing on their type of videos. In all reality, they're just not advertiser friendly, and that sucks. And the reason why the system is so inconsistent for everyone else is because they're trying to weed out people like them. So in all reality, like if more people like them got packed, it would kind of make things easier for everybody else just trying to make videos. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like you can't trust YouTube to properly and equally enforce everything. So if they're gonna start sniping niggas that they disagree with, then it's gonna kind of just become a program where you have to agree with some thoughts, or at least stay quiet about some thoughts. Otherwise, you're being packed from it. That being said, we're not.
See, the real problem is Fresh and Fit is ruining it for everybody else, because they get on the platform and they say some crazy ass shit. They just do all kinds of crazy shit like this, and they make it more and more strict for everybody else. And that was kind of like my thing before. I was like, what they're doing eventually is going to get shut down. It's going to come to a point where it's going to get shut down. It might be a month from now, it might be a year from now. It's eventually going to get shut down when YouTube actually pays attention to it. Because I'm sure YouTube has, I mean, there is millions and millions of channels. It's a very complex job. I'm sure, there's probably others that are doing exactly the same thing, and everyone's going to get their turn. But I think channels like Fresh and Fit are going to ruin it for everybody else, because they're just going to make everything more strict. I mean, things have already gotten more strict as is. There's been more changes, and it's just because of these guys. They're ruining it for everybody else.
Sure why they got removed. And I think for insurance reasons, a lot of times when you get banned from a game or a service or something like that, lots of the times they don't tell you why. Because once they itemize why, you can counter that. Mm-hmm. Especially if you get a lawyer or somebody, you can counter that. And a lot of people have done that in the past. And Google gets sued to death all the time. They're probably like in the middle of fucking 50,000 lawsuits as we speak. And this could be 50,001 for all they know. Because like in all reality, YouTube does have a responsibility to make the partner program fair. So if they could argue what they did wasn't fair, then they can technically win the case. But it's also, YouTube's a private company, and the partner program is not like it's not a right. It's not like a human right? It's a privilege to be on there because they have a sales team that sells, and so you don't have to do nothing but post videos. You don't have to have a big sales team, and you can still earn a living off of YouTube. I think when YouTube originally made the program, a lot of people thought it was crazy because people hated the idea of ads. But like as a content creator, it's so nice to know that you don't have to have a 50 deep sales team making millions of dollars a year to be able to survive on YouTube. You can just make good videos, and then YouTube can serve the ads in their system. So if they're just trying to protect their system, they're trying to protect their system. That being said, as it relates to them, they're gonna come up with this little sob story. I mean, run this clip. We haven't even played the clip. Have you played it? Let's go.
I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
bro, they're gonna try to make us feel sorry for them being packed from the program. I can't feel sorry for them.
Oh, that's where I was going.
Yeah, I can't feel sorry for these niggas. Because they were unapologetic in their wrath whenever they felt like they could use their power to fuck other people over. So now they're the ones being fucked over. It's like,
and as soon as you get caught in the lies, y'all then try to silence people all around, because y'all know for a fact moving forward, because people can't actually express themselves through the dislike button on YouTube, y'all can just get away with lying and scamming the people whenever y'all want to. And it's crazy that they're just plotting on desperate men, bro, and it's sickening. And every single time they get caught, they backpedal over and over and over again, just making new lies up. This is a troll. You gave.
Exactly. Especially what they did with Abba and Preach. That was like a hot mess. I think Abba and Preach dropped the video. Everybody that got striked by Fresh and Fit is probably dropping a video right now talking about this, because it was so many channels. They were doing like some crazy ass shit, striking all these channels for like bullshit reasons, you know, abusing the copyright system on YouTube, which a lot of people do. They abuse the and it's just like a whole litigation process going through it back and forth to try to clear up. It's just like, it's crazy. So karma is real, man. They got what they deserve. I mean, I hate to be like that person, but I mean, that was just like, it was just uncalled for what they were doing. They were trying to silence people by abusing a tool on YouTube.
For money in real life because of a troll behind the scenes. Okay, nigga. Well, what happens when like this, man? All to the other content creators, please don't try to be silenced by these two morons, but be careful though, because they are going out here trying to get rid of people's entire channel.
That's why it's fuck Fresh and Fit, bro. I personally speak, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Don't care at all. Don't give a fuck. It's actually pretty ironic that they end up losing their partnership, because for those who don't know, or may have forgotten, literally just a year ago, they were abusing the same YouTube system, trying to get rid of other channels, including ours, and they were doing it in an unjust manner. And come to find out, as people gave them way more pushback to the point where they were looking at different attorneys and going more legal. They even had a whole cheap-ass paralegal replying to people, et cetera, et cetera. They were completely in the wrong, and YouTube was on the brink of packing up their channel a year ago because they were wrongfully using the copyright claim or copyright strike system and claiming that, oh, all this stuff that people are using was not under fair use. So they were purposely trying to get rid of other people's channels a year ago.
respect freedom of speech. You should be dismotivated to censor people, especially people that have the same job as you. You are a content creator.
But
Why are you so anxious to censor?
We know why. We know why.
We know why.
But because it's not a copyright issue. We all know it's not really a copyright issue. It's a censorship issue. And so y'all censoring us. Y'all censoring other.
I mean, it wasn't the copyright. They were just basically using that tool as a way. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is the censorship, but it's also a way for them to completely terminate a channel by using these, like, it was all false. It was all bullshit. And I mean, that's just one of those other things too that YouTube needs to like have a better handle on. Like all these, like, especially when these channels get mega big, they start abusing these powers to silence people that they don't agree with, or channels that are criticizing the bullshit they're doing, especially the bullshit the Fresh and Fit guys were doing. Is pretty crazy.
Content creators, y'all are censoring people in your own subreddit, and then y'all are also censoring people in your own chat. Y'all are just trying to remove any evidence, and y'all censoring yourselves. Y'all actually remove videos that had video evidence of it. So y'all are literally trying to just get rid of everything that proves that you all are not.
And then on top of that, they removed people that were actually in part of their team. So it wasn't just like fans. It wasn't just like other channels criticizing. There was actually people within their inner circle. There was people that were partnered with or used to partner with. So it's like so many things. So I don't really feel that bad. But that's the playbacks video. But we're gonna probably drop a reaction to the lead attorney and Abba and Preach, and maybe a few others as well. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section about the Fresh and Fit guys getting demonetized.